All right, guys. Good evening, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about uh, basically how we should be doing the asset management. All right. So let's think it this way. I know you must be thinking that I don't have too much of assets to manage, so it's not for me. But let's think it this way. For example, if I tell you that you have 100,000 US dollars and you want to, and you should be suggesting somebody as to where they should be investing this $100,000. Then how they should go about it, right? So now it becomes a problem statement. You are supposed to give an advice to somebody, and now they have to, basically based upon your advice, they have to invest the money somewhere, right? All right, so I'm going to do some basic things about this problem statement as to how we should be solving this kind of problems. All right, so what I've done is that typically, for example, if you talk to any investment consultant, he'll tell you, you know what, you should put a little bit of money into bonds because it's a relatively safer investment compared to investing into stocks or commodities, right? And then he'll say, okay, depending upon your risk profile, your risk aversion, you can put a little bit of money, a good chunk of money into bonds, all right? And there are a lot of thumb rule. For example, 100 minus your age should be the investment into stocks, right? So if you're 40-year-old, so 100 minus 40 is 60, so 60% of your assets should be invested into stocks. But then again, the behavioral theory, right, depending upon where exactly you're working, if you're already working into stock market, then your income is very highly correlated with the investment returns, with the stock returns. So you should not be investing too much of your assets into stocks. So a lot of theories going around, but I'll not go into much detail at this point of time. I'll start with some very basic things. For example, okay, fine, you have $100,000 and you want to invest somewhere. All right, so what I've done, I've taken some asset classes. You can see SPY, your S&P 500, your mid cap S&P 500, small cap Europe, Far East Asia, it's an ETF, emerging market ETF, treasuries ETF, gold ETF, and LQD, which is again an ETF for corporate bonds, investment grade corporate bonds. All right, so I have taken the returns for last 10 years. For example, I took the return starting wherever I can get it from Yahoo. So you can see I have taken the return starting from 2002 until 2016. If I go up for gold, same thing for gold. Let me see, I start from 2004 onwards all the way to 2016. Treasuries should be further, right, 2002 until 2016. Emerging markets may not be that old, but let me see. From I got all this returns from Yahoo website, so I took monthly return, and then I did I'll tell you what I did after that. All right, so now you can see, let me give example of S&P 500. Let me go to S&P 500, right? So here you can see from 1993 onwards until 2016. So these are, you can see monthly returns. For example, it closed on 1st of June, this was the closing price. 2nd of May, this was the closing price. 1st of April, this was the closing price, right? So open, what is the high it touched in that particular month, what is the low it touched in that particular month, and what is the closing price for that particular month, right? And of course, what is the volume of S&P for that particular month. Alrighty, so there's something called adjustment close, like the volume times the close, some adjustments are done, so we'll ignore that adjustment close, we'll just simply go with the close. And then you can see that I have a formula over there, G2 / G3 minus 1. So what the starting position was G3, what is the ending position is G2 minus 1, so that will give you monthly return. So same formula all the way until the, so you can ignore it because there was nothing I would need a prior month return and I didn't had it, so it's coming as error. But anyway, I'm going to focus only until 1993, right? So now what I did, okay, so after that I did a couple of more things. Let me see if I can show you. Control home. All right, here it is. So now the same asset classes, S&P 500, mid cap, small cap, Europe, Far East Asia, emerging markets, treasury, right? MDY. So what I did, these are the monthly returns. All right. Now what I did, if you see from row, column number B until column number I, right? These are monthly returns, and if you can see directly the formula, it's coming. If I say F2, you can see it's coming from SPY, the worksheet, and cell number H2, right? So this is my cell number H2. All right. Similarly, if I go back, MDY, it's coming from MDY cell number H2. So I'm just bringing all the returns at one place so that we can do some further things on this one, right? Now after that, what I did, you can see the formula over there. So D2 minus D $122, right? So now I'm taking the standard deviation of the return, of the standard deviation of the mean return. I'm trying to calculate what is the standard deviation and all kinds of things. So I'm taking a return for S&P 500 for that particular month, and I'm subtracting the mean return for S&P 500, right? So from where this mean return is coming, I'm just going to go down over here. So you can see average of B2 to B121. So I'm taking 10 years worth of data. So starting from 2016 until 2006. So this is my average return. All right. And now I'm using the standard deviation of these returns. Again, it's a built-in formula into Excel. If you want to see it, let me just see if I can show it to you. All right. So standard deviation of the same B2 until B121 and the standard deviation. All right. So I calculated Sharpe ratio also, like what is the mean return and what is the standard deviation. So what is the average return? I took an approximation of Sharpe ratio because I should be subtracting the risk-free rate, but just for sake of simplicity, I just took the you can say it's average return over risk. All right. So for different asset classes, all right. So you can see S&P 500 gave a, let's lock this particular cell so that we can see which row we are referring to. Alrighty. So this is a kind of approximate Sharpe ratio, 0.16, 0.16, 0.15. So this is that you can see Treasury has given a very good risk adjusted return. And then for different asset classes we have, and probably LQD has the best Sharpe ratio. All right. So now this is this. I'm calculating what is excess return over the average, the return, monthly return minus the average return. All right. Now here I have a variance covariance matrix. All right. So function F2. So what I did, I'll do one more video so that you can understand what is the, how do we arrive at variance covariance matrix. Then this is like overall for the entire 10 years, and this is the variance covariance on a monthly basis. So you can see in the formula it's divided by 120. All right. So this is like simple basic mathematics. I don't think you'll get too much hung up on this one, but you just need to understand. I can do some separate videos to explain you how I arrived at all this thing, right? But the key point is to arrive at a variance covariance matrix, because that's what goes into portfolio construction. All right. So now this part has been done. Let me see if I can scroll to the right to see my this one. Now what I did here, let's say again I'm plotting the same thing. What is my average return? What is my average standard deviation? What is my Sharpe ratio? Again, you can see it's just referred to those particular cells, right? And now let's say I'm starting, you can see this P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. These are nothing but my average, my portfolios. So P1 is, okay, like naive diversification. You have $100,000. Why don't you just distribute equal into all the asset classes? And yes, that's of course one way of constructing a portfolio, but probably this could be a starting point. This may not be efficient portfolio. I'm referring to that Markovich efficient frontier. So this portfolio, for example, if I invest 12.5% into all those 8 asset classes, so the sum total will be 100%. And if I do that, my average return would be 0.64, and my standard deviation would be 3.46, right? So now information ratio, right? Now active risk over active return is 0.19, right? So let's see if it is better than what we have earlier. May not be, because I think we saw 0.23 also as an information ratio over there, or Sharpe ratio over there. I'm using these terms interchangeably, but the idea is to give you some basic idea, right? All right, so now you can see here I've used the solver function, data solver. So solver is a pretty cool feature of Excel, in which here what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to maximize my return. So you can see this asset class is given 0.86 average return, so that is the highest return. So that Excel function is saying is put entire portfolio into SLY, and the entire 100% is invested into SLY, but then it's just going to replicate what SLY did. So SLY has 0.86% return, and it will be the standard deviation will be of the same thing. So basically you're putting all the money into SLY, so it's just showing this is what is going to get if you do that way. All right, now here I'm putting some other constraints. For example, I'm saying that I want to, let me see what you want to do. So we can say solver. All right, so I'm going to change AM1, AM12 to AM19. So this is like your I'm going to change AM12 to AM19. So what is AM12 to AM19? Let's see, what is AM12 to AM19? Okay, let me, because I think this was the last thing that I did. Cancel. Okay, so, okay, all right. Solver, I think before this is what I was doing. So here you can see, let me just make it a little smaller if I can. I don't think so I'll be able to make it smaller. This is not cool. All right, so solver, I'm going to change these values. All right, and what is it I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that I'm saying that my minimum weight should be at least 5% in any of the asset class. Okay, I don't want to go below 5%. All right, and other constraint which I'm saying is that the sum of my asset classes should be 100%. I don't want to be under invested. I want it to be invested fully. So I'm saying, okay, solve, and I'm trying to maximize. I'm trying to maximize X13. So what is X13? Let's go to X13. X13. You know what I can do? I can say I want to maximize. I want to maximize average return. All right. So I want to maximize my average return by changing the value of this one, and my constraint is I want to, okay, and then solve. Okay, So let's see what it does. You can see it's 17.1. All constraints are optimally satisfied. Okay.